The Buddha, a philosopher, meditator, spiritual teacher, and religious leader, is credited as the founder of Buddhism. Born as Siddhartha Gautama in India in 566 BC into an aristocratic family, he embarked on a quest for understanding at the age of 29, forsaking the comforts of his home to confront the pervasive suffering he witnessed. Enduring 6 years of rigorous yogic training, he ultimately relinquished the path of self-mortification, opting instead for mindful meditation beneath a Bodhi tree. It was on the full moon of May, with the emergence of the morning star, that Siddhartha Gautama attained enlightenment, becoming the Buddha, the awakened one. For the ensuing 45 years, the Buddha traversed the plains of northeastern India, disseminating the path, or Dharma, he had realized during his awakening. Around him coalesced a community comprising individuals from diverse tribes and castes, united in their dedication to practicing this transformative path. Across myriad Buddhist schools, he is venerated as the enlightened being who transcended the cycle of birth and rebirth, thus transcending karma. Central to his teachings are insights into dukkha, signifying suffering, and nirvana, representing the cessation of suffering. The Buddha's profound influence extended far beyond Asia, resonating globally. Hence, let us delve into the 10 life lessons we can glean from his teachings. Number 1. Practice the middle way. The Buddha expounds, the root of suffering is desire. Siddhartha Gautama dedicated his remaining years to contemplation of the 4 noble truths. 1. There is suffering. 2. The origin of suffering lies in our desires. 3. The remedy for suffering entails freeing ourselves from these desires. 4. The Noble Eightfold Path paves the way toward liberation from suffering. He discerned the imperfections inherent in life, recognizing humanity's tendency to seek solace in material pursuits such as wealth, fame, and prestige. Having been born into opulence, he encountered firsthand the stark realities of poverty, illness, and mortality upon venturing beyond the confines of his palace. Initially embracing asceticism as a means to transcend internal turmoil, he discovered that deprivation failed to quell his desires or alleviate suffering, leading him to advocate for the middle way, a life between opulence and destitution, striking a balance between indulgence and abstinence. To cultivate the middle way, one must relinquish attachment to desires, embracing the notion of just enough and adopting a more balanced, sustainable lifestyle centered on the joys of existence rather than consumption. Nurse Bronnie Ware, reflecting on her experiences caring for the terminally ill, observes that a common regret among the dying is, "I wish I hadn't worked so hard." Often we squander precious time pursuing transient possessions, chasing the latest gadgets, seeking career advancement, amassing wealth only to find ourselves perpetually discontented or disillusioned upon attaining them. When we equate our happiness with getting what we desire, we will never be happy and will suffer every day. Number 2. Adopt the right view. The Buddha imparts, do not get upset with people or situations. Both are powerless without your reaction. The Buddha is asking us to adopt the right view, to be more philosophical about the opinions we hold, to become aware of what we think, and then to inquire more deeply into why we think what we think. Only through such inquiry can we discern whether our thoughts are grounded in truth, falsehood, or confusion. Given that our thoughts profoundly influence our daily decisions and relationships, gaining clarity about the underpinnings of our cognition would undoubtedly lead to wiser choices in all facets of life. Our propensity to hastily react to external stimuli is a pervasive challenge. Stephen Covey, in his seminal work The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, encapsulates this phenomenon in the 90-10 rule of life. Life comprises 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. Consider a scenario where, before heading to work, you stumble over your child's bicycle in the driveway. Your child rushes to assist, apologizing, yet your response is a tirade, replete with profanity, audible enough for your spouse to intervene, resulting in a heated exchange. This altercation delays your commute, either causing you to miss your bus or precipitating a rush on the road that nearly leads to an accident. Arriving at work tardily, still seething with anger, your productivity plummets for the day. Your team leader admonishes you, triggering a retaliatory outburst from you. Consequently, you return home facing probationary suspension, greeted by frosty silence from your family, culminating in a dismal day. Contrastingly, envisage a response where, upon stumbling, you rise calmly, exhale slowly, and extend forgiveness to your child, advising caution for the future. Remember to keep your bike inside the garage. Such a measured reaction averts a fruitless argument, obviates transit mishaps, and empowers you to steer your day purposefully. We can be happy if we become proactive, not reactive to what is happening to us. We need to have a right view of things that we can always choose not to be affected by what is happening around us, but to use what we have around us towards our own growth. Number 3. Create good karma. In the teachings of the Buddha, we encounter the maxim, "It is mental volition, O monks, that I call karma." Having willed, one acts through body, speech, or mind. In Buddhist doctrine, karma encompasses actions propelled solely by one's volition, not all actions indiscriminately. Since volitions can be inherently virtuous or unwholesome, the resultant karma likewise reflects these qualities. Good karma begets favorable outcomes, while bad karma engenders adverse consequences in life. Volition assumes a nuanced significance in Eastern philosophies, differing from Western notions which often conceive of will as a faculty independent of emotions and reason. In Eastern thought, volition emerges as the pivotal determinant of karma, encapsulating a mental impetus, an urge that propels us towards specific experiences. At the juncture of emotion and reason, volition embodies a complex interplay. A negative volition stems from a detrimental attitude or intention, necessitating alignment of our actions with positive attitudes and intentions to avert unfavorable karma. Thus, our ethical comportment hinges upon the cultivation of purity in thought and sentiment. To forge a brighter future, we must diligently attend to our present selves. Just as past actions reverberate into the present, present actions resonate into the future. Neglecting studies may culminate in academic setbacks, while procrastination may precipitate missed deadlines and compromised tasks. Excessive indulgence may precipitate future ailments, and habits like smoking or excessive drinking may prove challenging to relinquish. Yet, the choice to invest greater effort today promises redemption from past errors. By committing to improved study habits or adopting healthier lifestyles, we retain agency in steering our trajectories toward desired ends, even if attainment necessitates prolonged effort. Conceiving a structured schedule to balance priorities and workload, embracing physical exercise. These proactive measures afford avenues toward enhanced well-being and productivity. Nothing is written in stone. Our past does not define us, and what we do today can shape our present and our future. Today's choices wield transformative power, capable of shaping our present circumstances and future prospects. Yet, effecting meaningful change demands concerted effort, rooted in compassionate regard for ourselves and others. Number 4. Live every day like it is your last. The Buddha imparts, ardently, do today what must be done. Who knows? Tomorrow death comes. The central to Buddhism is the belief in the cyclical nature of existence, wherein liberation from the cycle of suffering is the ultimate objective. Yet humanity often succumbs to the illusion of boundless time, deferring vital actions to an uncertain tomorrow. I'll commence exercising tomorrow. I'll complete my tasks tomorrow. I'll reach out to my loved ones tomorrow. I'll seek forgiveness tomorrow. This procrastination underscores a sobering truth: tomorrow may never materialize. Confronting this reality, we're compelled to view each day as potentially our last, living fervently, fostering reconciliation, and seizing the present moment to its fullest potential. Commencing each day with mindfulness meditation lays the groundwork for this mindful approach. Whether focusing on the rhythm of inhalation and exhalation or confronting painful memories, meditation offers direct encounters with impermanence and suffering, instilling an acute awareness of the transient nature of existence. By anchoring ourselves in the present moment, we transcend the shackles of past regrets and future anxieties, embracing the immediacy of our experiences. In all our endeavors, be it eating, reading, working, or interacting with others, we're urged to engender undivided presence. By imbuing each activity with unwavering attention, we eschew the temporal constraints of past and future, immersing ourselves fully in the richness of the present. This mindfulness facilitates a profound sense of connection with our surroundings, enabling us to inhabit each moment with unbridled authenticity. Number 5. Great things are the results of small good habits. The Buddha imparts wisdom. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the fool, gathering it little by little, fills himself with evil. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. Buddhist philosophy offers a pragmatic perspective on the accumulation of goodness and evil. While temporary gratification may accompany immoral actions, the aggregate of our negative deeds inexorably culminates in affliction and adversity. Conversely, the cumulative effect of virtuous conduct leads to enduring happiness and goodness. Research corroborates the efficacy of incremental change in habit formation. The European Journal of Social Psychology suggests that cultivating a new habit typically requires 18 to 254 days of consistent practice. Whether aspiring to acquire a new skill or discard an undesirable habit, the journey commences today. Instantaneous transformation proves elusive. Rather, progress unfolds through gradual steps, initiating with modest endeavors, opting for healthier dietary choices, incorporating brisk walks, or dedicating early mornings to stretching. Lays the groundwork for lasting change. Dr. Nora Volkow, Director of the NIA's National Institute on Drug Abuse, advocates heightened self-awareness as a precursor to habit modification. Identifying triggers and proactively avoiding conducive environments can facilitate behavioral transformation. Embracing healthier alternatives and acknowledging occasional setbacks as integral to the learning process fosters resilience in our pursuit of change. Ultimately, the essence of transformation lies in the steadfast commitment to incremental progress. Just as drops fill a water pot, so too do small acts of virtue accumulate to shape our character and destiny. Number 6. Show your wisdom in silence. The Buddha imparts profound insight. Know from the rivers in clefts and in crevices. Those in small channels flow noisily, the great flow silent. Whatever's not full makes noise, whatever is full is quiet. Central to his teachings is the recognition of the appropriate time for speech and silence. When speech is warranted, it must be characterized by goodwill, justice, sincerity, and truthfulness. However, the Buddha underscores the importance of attentive listening, acknowledging the limitations of our knowledge. He cautions against idle chatter and the propensity to pass judgment based on biases. In today's digital age, inundated with information, discerning truth from falsehood becomes increasingly challenging, exacerbated by the prevalence of misinformation on social media platforms. The wisdom paradox emerges from the danger of possessing superficial knowledge, engendering a false sense of certainty and precluding receptivity to alternative perspectives. Albert Einstein encapsulated this sentiment eloquently. The more you learn, the more you are exposed to what you don't know. The Buddha admonishes that true wisdom manifests in the capacity to listen attentively, recognizing the inherent limitations of individual knowledge. Succumbing to the allure of partial understanding blinds us to the full spectrum of truth, fostering dismissiveness towards alternative viewpoints. Genuine wisdom transcends the confines of ego, fostering an environment conducive to mutual learning and growth through respectful dialogue and engagement. Number 7. If in a conflict, choose compassion. According to the Buddha, Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. Even Siddhartha Gautama, despite his enlightenment, encountered discrimination and suffering, enduring abuse on his journey to establishing his legacy. Similarly, renowned leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr. and Mahatma Gandhi, proponents of nonviolent resistance, faced adversity, including verbal attacks, discrimination, and disbelief. Buddhism underscores the futility of perpetuating cycles of violence, hatred, and revenge. Reacting to insults or aggression with reciprocal hostility only perpetuates discord and deepens wounds. Non-violence, far from passive acquiescence, serves as a shield against greater evils. When confronted with bullying or hostility, cultivating self-empowerment is paramount. Acknowledging one's intrinsic worth and resilience fortifies against the barbs of others. Recognizing that bullies often harbor their own pain, responding with compassion rather than retaliation disarms hostility and fosters understanding. Non-violence is not just letting yourself be harassed or assaulted, it is a way to protect yourself from even greater evils. Take, for example, when you are bullied by a classmate or a colleague, as long as you don't feel physically threatened, empower yourself first. Remind yourself of your goodness, that their words can never hurt you, and that you may make mistakes, you can keep trying. Remember, the bully wants you to feel angry and powerless because they are also experiencing something bad in their own life. Some practical solutions include: when a bully is approaching you, count from 1 to 100 to relax yourself. Or maybe you can just walk away. Or if he insults you, join in. Insult yourself and laugh with him, then walk away. Or you can look at them with compassion and be nice to them. Do something about it. Do not keep it in. Do not hide from it. Maybe asking help from authorities would help, especially if the bullying becomes serious or involves physical assault or abuse. Meditating on one's inherent gifts and strengths serves as a potent reminder of resilience and self-worth, countering the corrosive effects of negativity and hostility. But by embracing compassion and assertiveness in conflict resolution, individuals embody the transformative power of non-violence, transcending discord to foster genuine understanding and reconciliation. Number 8. Choose friends for quality over quantity. According to the Buddha, admirable friendship, admirable companionship, admirable camaraderie is actually the whole of the holy life. When a monk has admirable people as friends, companions, and comrades, he can be expected to develop and pursue the Noble Eightfold Path. The Buddha extols the virtues of surrounding oneself with noble companions rather than succumbing to the influence of negative associates. In life, the Buddha reminds us, is not a solitary journey. Along our path, we encounter a myriad of individuals, yet not all prove conducive to our well-being. Negative peer pressure can foster detrimental habits, steering us away from the path of virtue and wisdom. In times of prosperity, fame, or renown, companions often flock to us, drawn by the allure of our success. However, when we find ourselves in need, genuine support may be scarce. Thus, the Buddha implores us to discern wisely in selecting our companions. But true friends are those who uplift us, guiding us toward goodness and virtue, nurturing positive habits rather than leading us astray. Quality friendships, marked by genuine care and support, far outweigh the superficiality of mere numbers. It is better to cultivate a few meaningful relationships founded on mutual respect and shared aspirations for a better life. Number 9. Be generous. In the words of the Buddha, thousands of candles can be lit from a single candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness never decreases by being shared. The Buddha's teachings underscore the transformative power of generosity and altruism. Numerous studies corroborate the ripple effect of kindness, wherein simple acts of compassion have the capacity to inspire and uplift others. Just as negative emotions can propagate, so too can acts of kindness reverberate through society. A smile bestowed upon a stranger may instill motivation and positivity, while a gesture of compassion can ignite a chain reaction of benevolence. When we extend a helping hand, whether assisting with groceries or offering assistance to a stranger, we set in motion a cascade of goodwill. Each act of kindness has the potential to spawn further acts of generosity, creating a virtuous cycle that permeates our communities. However, the Buddha reminds us of the importance of self-care. You cannot give what you do not have. True generosity stems from a place of abundance within oneself. It is imperative to prioritize our own well-being, ensuring that we are emotionally and physically equipped to offer assistance to others. Neglecting our own needs risks depletion and burnout, ultimately hindering our capacity to extend support to those in need. By nurturing ourselves through healthy habits, meditation, and seeking support when necessary, we replenish our inner reservoir of strength and compassion. Only then can we authentically share our love and support with others, enriching not only their lives but our own as well. Number 10. You can be a Buddha too. In our final quote for this video, the Buddha says, "You yourself must strive. The Buddhas only point the way." These profound teachings of the Buddha serve as a reminder that enlightenment is within reach for each of us. We, too, can aspire to embody the principles of Buddhism and attain enlightenment, but it requires a conscious commitment to integrate these teachings into our daily lives. The subsequent Buddhas and the evolution of Buddhism serve as sources of inspiration and guidance on our spiritual journey, despite the challenges we may face, whether financial struggles, dissatisfaction with our careers, or conflicts in our relationships. The Buddha's wisdom encourages us to take agency in effecting change. We are urged to seize control of our destinies, refusing to resign ourselves to fate or external circumstances, embracing the Noble Eightfold Path: right view, right resolve, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, empowers us to cultivate virtuous habits and steer our lives toward liberation from suffering. As we embark on this journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth, may we find solace and guidance in the timeless wisdom of the Buddha. Together, let us strive towards the attainment of nirvana and the realization of true happiness and fulfillment. If you found value in this video, be sure to explore the full LifeMastery Academy channel for additional content aimed at helping you achieve success and happiness through ancient philosophical wisdom. Don't forget to subscribe for more insightful videos. Thank you for watching, and may your journey towards enlightenment be filled with peace and fulfillment.